In this video, I'm going to talk about my experience with VR in a Lumion project. My name is Katerina, I'm a garden designer. So welcome to another Garden Design Tools video. In this video, I'm going to talk my experience in VR using a Lumion, using a Lumion project. So my limited experience, I just got Oculus Go this week, as you might have seen if you follow me on Instagram, so I was pretty excited about it. So and I think this might be the future of project presentation, to be honest. It's pretty exciting. I tried with not this project, I just want to walk through the process of actually doing the images for the Oculus Go in this case. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the process, and after I'm going to show you a quick example of the images I've done. Okay, so straight away, this is a project to create images for VR, being Oculus or being another VR system. Okay, you go here to 360 Panorama, you create the images you want. Okay, I'm just going to do this one. You have limited effects, and as more effects you add on, the more it's going to take you to create the actual image. Okay, I really like the real skies. I would just add real skies, to be honest. That's the one I will add because it adds quite a lot of quality and a nice sky to your images. But I will add just that one. And after, you just render the image. Okay, and in here you have the quality. Look, I always go for the top quality. Do you need the top quality? Probably not. I'm gonna show you example after. I did for as you can see, for the Gear VR and the Oculus, the quality goes down, okay, a little bit, but it has to do with the way it's done. I actually have to try doing a generic, and if I can see in Oculus, I'm not sure that you can. Now, the option you have here as well is on or off of the stereoscopic, and I've done both, and I wanted to talk a little bit about it. And the difference is stereoscopic gives you a more depth illusion, okay, when you actually with the VR set, okay, and it's very noticeable when you with the VR set. You can see straight away, for example, and in the light, it's better quality. The lighting, the barks, I really notice in the barks of the trees. So I noticed that. But look, the images I'm going to show you next of the project, I've done 7 sets. So basically what it does is it creates from that point you've chosen a 360 image of that point, all static, no animation. Okay, from that point that you can see all around. Okay, to scale, you can choose the height, and you can even choose, if you have vision problems, you can choose the it's missing the name in English, but I'll get that in a bit. It's here, IPD. Okay, eye to eye distance, but you can check this if you have any vision problems or something like that. Is missing the name of the right name in English to see that. Anyway, this I left to default, to be honest, so I left that off. But with the stereoscopic, what I was going to say is, with the stereoscopic doing 7 images, it took me 25 hours. Okay, so that's quite a lot. Okay, without stereoscopic, one image took me 10 minutes. So it's a big difference. I'm just going to show you how the files look, just for you to take a look before we go to the video. So this is what it looks like, the stereoscopic file. So this is actually what you upload into your Oculus Go. So it's just a question of connecting to your PC and adding this to your Oculus Go. Okay, so this is all stereoscopic. Okay, so you have more frames in this kind of squares, as you can see, and it's all square, the resolution. Okay, so this is the non-stereoscopic version. Okay, so it's more simple. The light quality is less. What I would suggest is, for example, if you want, what I found that is really cool in terms of experience with VR, even just on your own, if you do a quick non-stereoscopic version, just to see some design things, design faults, because as soon as you in that mode, it looks really cool, it's to scale and you can see around, and maybe you start looking at design decisions that you've taken, and maybe you can change them. Things don't go or they're very low on the ground. You can start seeing, for example, the sofas I've chosen, they're really low, and you really have that perception once you're in the space. So you start thinking, maybe I'll just have some normal sofa, you know what I mean? So this is a cool way, non-stereoscopic is a cool way to just do quick set, put the goggles VR and just check your design before you're actually doing any presentation, okay? The stereoscopic, I will use it for special clients. Not all the clients are gonna want that, or you don't have this option for all your customers for sure, okay? But it's a really cool thing for really that special project. I think it's really cool and it's giving you that really wow effect. And plus you have on Amazon, for example, you have just a little detail I wanted to share with you guys. You have a special, it's like a paper thing that you can put on your Oculus Go, specially done for the Oculus Go. It's just in terms of hygiene, if you want to share your Oculus Go a lot with, if you're sharing with a client or something like that, okay? So that's a cool idea to have in terms of hygiene, because that's a sponge thing and you don't want, you know, bacteria and all this stuff. But that's another detail. Anyway, I will definitely use this for a special project, a special client, and I will do them stereoscopic on, and I will count with a day to do if you don't want to do like 6 or 7 sets, depending on PC as well, of course. But the non-stereoscopic, 10 minutes you have one image, okay? And it's pretty cool. You can do a few spots on your garden that you really key on to just see how it looks to scale. And yeah, this is a great way to just even review some design decisions for yourself. Let's go through yeah, so this is it, and you have to just press render, and that's it. Of course, you could put the output quality as lower. You can try that on with stereoscopic on and the output lower, but for me it's a bit like, I'm sure that from 5 to 4 maybe you don't even notice, to be honest, and the time may be much less than 25 or 26 hours it took me. But I just, for me, the quality, if you're gonna do it, I want to do it the best as I can, you know what I mean? So this is a personal decision. You might try it on with one image just to see if you really see the difference between 5 stars or 4 stars, okay? So this is of course, this when you're with the goggles, yeah, this is not like this sideways, okay? This is straight to you, okay? But when you're filming, because you have an option of recording, if you don't know, on the Oculus Go, so when you're filming, it films like this. I don't know why. Maybe some option in the settings, but this is stereoscopic, okay? I just wanted to go, and I will tell you when the image is non-stereoscopic. So, but I have to say, this is not to view like this, of course. Really looking through your design through the goggles is really cool. I loved it. I would love to have wind. I would love to have some animation. That's definitely the next step for me. I think it's pretty cool. But I love just being able, because it feels real, you know what I mean? Not realistic, because you can see it, it's animation, but it feels real in terms of scale of the planting, and I really loved it. So all this is stereoscopic here, okay? And I like, it felt like there was a better quality of lighting in this version comparing with the other one. So this is pretty cool. You can have these aerial views of your space. Okay, here you have a lot of trees. And it's not so, in here it looks jitterish, but when you with the goggles, it's not, you know. It's pretty cool. So this is the non-stereoscopic, no, this is still stereoscopic, sorry. It's pretty cool. Another tip is always do them at the same eye level. I did a few different eye levels. So this is the non-stereoscopic now. So as you can see, the lighting is not as good. It looks a bit more dull. It's more flat, the image, to be honest, a little bit. Okay, so you don't have that sense of depth. It still looks great. It still looks great. I'll add the video because this is getting me annoyed, all this jitters. I'll add the video if you want to the end. Okay, I'll slow it down probably a little bit. But it just looks more flat, the image, okay, comparing with the other ones, with the other versions. And it looks flat when you with the goggles, okay. So what I will do is I'll add an image, a file. If you have goggles, if you have Oculus Go, or any other VR, I'll add the files for you to check it out. So I'll add the first stereoscopic file and the non-stereoscopic, just for you to check out the difference, okay? Just a quick side note as well. This is the app, because dumb me, I thought it was just a question of putting the images in my Oculus and straight away you'll read that as a VR, and this is no, you actually need to install first an app, okay, like this Oculus 360 Photos, and then you can see through this app you can see your images, okay. So that's a quick side note. But I'll look forward to try on Twinmotion, because you can do this with Twinmotion as well, and that's my next thing. I will try in Twinmotion. But I think it's amazing. A few things I really would love to see: wind, movement. You know, you have plants. You have the wind will be amazing on lifts. I wouldn't even know how much that will take to render. That would be a crazy thing to do, but that will be amazing. That will be amazing. And you can stream live. I know that you can stream live while you're in the Oculus Go, but that's not really the point. If you want to, there is other things you can do. For example, with my Lumion, you can share 360 images in a way that people can view on a screen, and it's cool. But streaming from the Oculus it only looks good for me, okay? Because for you it's just annoying, because it's very jittery and, you know, it's not straight when you're streaming, so that can be a bit annoying, I'm sure. But yeah, just check it out, the files. If you have Oculus Go, check out the files. I'll be sharing the two files in the description of this video, and I'm looking really forward to explore this more. And yeah, and Twinmotion is next. Okay guys, see you in the next video. Bye bye.